Your name?
Dana Thomas,
And what high school do you attend?
Lansdowne High School.
So Dana, why do you think there's so much violence in Baltimore?
I think there's a lot of violence in Baltimore because us as black people aren't sticking together to really look for the real threat that's being put upon us.
And what do you feel we need to do to stop the violence?
I feel as though we need to stick together and just to be one community, one family. Not just black people or white people or whatever race. We need to stick together as the human race.
What do you feel, do you think that we need more programming for the youth to have something to do?
Yes, the youth, they get bored and then they look for fun, or not even fun, they just look for activities to keep them occupied, but some of these activities are bad, such as going and hanging out with friends who sell drugs, going to late night parties, skipping school, stuff like that.
Your name?
Chappelle Faison.
Chappelle. Do you feel that young black men are being targeted by the police?
Yes and no. Because just certain things that black males are known for doing, like gangbanging, doing drugs, just killing their friends, it gives a reason for police to suspect something. But when black males are just walking down the street and they're targeted by police, that's not them doing anything. That's them living their everyday lives. They're being targeted just because they're black.
What can we do to help the police and the youth have a better relationship?
Well, it needs to start with the problem, the youth. The youth needs to stop thinking that if they thinking that, I run these streets. You don't run nothing. The police run the streets. You think you run something, but you don't. The more you try to run something, the more you have a more chance of getting killed by police. Even if you're not doing anything, something's still gonna happen, because that's the stereotype of black men.
Ms. Faison, what school do you attend?
I go to Lansdowne High School.
And what are your plans once you graduate from Lansdowne?
When I graduate from Lansdowne, hopefully I will be attending CCBC during my 12th grade year, and I hope to be a teacher in special education.
Why do you want to be a teacher?
Because even though a lot of kids say, "Oh, I don't like my teachers," I don't understand why they got this job. But I want to be a teacher because I feel like what I've been through in my life, I can really teach people how it's like in a real world and how fast I had to grow up.
Your name?
Jamil Charles,
What high school do you attend?
Owens Mills High School.
Do you think that the police are too violent towards the youth?
That all depends on what I think about. So I mean, there are always police that are gonna be good, but there are always police that are gonna be bad. And I believe that we killing each other first before the police even showed up. I mean, the police are bad sometimes, but we just helping their cause on the real.
So why do you think so many youth are killing one another?
Because of the way we came up. I mean, some people don't even have fathers. Because I mean, I guess it just skipped a generation to be respectful and be mindful of your actions, because all of a sudden fathers just went away and a child can't raise a child. It takes a village.
What can we do to solve this problem?
What can we do? There's a lot of things we could do. I mean, we should have mentorship programs. I mean, we could just come together as a people. We could be the best people that we could be by just sticking together.
Your name?
My name is Lillian.
And what school do you attend?
I attend Milford Mill Academy.
Milford Mill Academy, okay. Why do you feel there's so much crime in Baltimore?
I feel that Baltimore has a lot of crime because we live in a world that nobody wants to see you succeed. Like, people try to kill each other or make others feel bad about themselves so that they can feel good about themselves. And I think that's what leads to a lot of crime, like robbing. So a lot of people steal things from other people so that they can feel good about themselves.
How do you think we can fix that problem?
I feel like we could fix that problem in Baltimore by having more people like bond together and see what they're doing wrong and like what they're actually causing.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a dentist and I want to own my own I want to own my own facility. And I want to do makeup on the side.
Thank you. Your name?
Justin Gibson.
And what high school do you attend?
I attend George Washington Carver Center for the Arts and Technology.
So what is it that you major in at Carver?
Business management and finance.
Why business and finance?
Well, I feel as though to be successful, in my definition, you have to create your own success. So I felt like majoring in business would give me the tools and the knowledge that I needed to create my own business so I could make my own success when I get older.
Why do you feel there's so much crime amongst the youth in Baltimore?
Well, I feel as if there's a lot of poverty in Baltimore, so there is not a drive among the youth in Baltimore to try to strive and do better, and the only way that they know to be successful is the way that they see those around them becoming successful, and that's only through illegal activity, so that's all you see.
So you feel drugs is a major part of the reason so many youth suffer?
I think that's the biggest part of it.
What do you think we can do to solve the problem?
Maybe if there were more youth programs like how we have Upper Bound, maybe if we had more of that in the city, then their youth would have more opportunities to be successful.
Thank you very much. Your name?
My name is Morgan.
Morgan. What school do you attend?
I attended Milford Mill Academy.
So Morgan, what do you feel Baltimore needs to do to stop all the violence?
Just mind their business.
And you feel that will solve the problem if people mind their business?
I mean, if everybody go about their business and worry about what they're doing, not the next person, then yeah.
What do you want to be when you graduate high school?
Well, I'm gonna go to college and study nursing so I can become a pediatric doctor
Why pediatric?
because I like kids.
Thank you. Your name?
Kayla Carter.
Ms. Carter, what high school do you attend?
I attend Lansdowne High School.
Lansdowne. And what do you want to be?
I want to become a nurse or a social worker.
Why?
I was raised to help people in social working. I have experience with that. In nursing, I have a lot of family issues, and my family had health issues, and I really do want to help people.
Thank you. Your name?
Kayla.
And what school do you attend?
Woodlawn High.
What do you want to do when you graduate from Woodlawn?
I want to go to college and major in nursing and minor in business.
Why do you feel there's so much crime in Baltimore?
Because people don't want to earn what they want. They want to take what they want. And then at the end of the day, it's not worth it. And that's why it's so much crime.
How do you feel we can stop the violence?
I feel so we can't.
How come?
Because it's just going to keep happening. Everybody sees something that they want, and instead of earning it, they want to take it because they don't believe in themselves into working hard for something that they really want.
Do you think if students had more opportunities, we'll have less crime?
Yes.
Thank you. Your name?
I'm Ebony.
And what high school do you attend?
Woodlawn High.
And what are your plans when you graduate?
When I graduate, I want to become a deceptionist, and if that doesn't work out, I'm going to become a psychologist.
Why psychologist?
Because I feel like it's a whole bunch of people out there that really need help mentally, and they just can't find it. So I want to run my own business where we help other people try to get help.
Why do you feel there's so much crime in Baltimore amongst the youth?
I think it's because of their parents. Their parents aren't showing them enough attention, so they don't have nothing else to do but to go out there and start problems.
Do you feel if there were more programs that the students, we would have less crime?
Of course, because
if they have more programs, then they won't be out there messing with other people and robbing and stealing and all that.
So, Ebony, who's your role model?
My mom and my brother.
Why your mom?
My mom, because she's been through a lot and has struggled with depression and taking care of me and my brother at the same time.
Why your brother?
My brother, because he's taken care of me for like ever since I was a baby, and he really loves me.
Thank you. Your name?
Talia Gordon,
And what high school do you attend?
Woodlawn High School.
What do you want to do when you graduate from Woodlawn?
I want to do IT, well, professional IT,
Why IT?
because I like computers and I really like the way things work, and I feel like computers is the answer to how things work.
How do you feel about the crime in Baltimore?
I feel like the crime rate is just ridiculous, and I feel like crime shouldn't be that way.
What do you think we can do to help, stop it?
I think like we should have a lot more youth programs.
So why do you feel they don't have them?
Because the government doesn't fund them.
Thank you very much. Your name?
Cortez Harrison,
And what high school do you attend?
Woodlawn High School.
What are your plans when you graduate from Woodlawn?
Either join the Marine Corps or Air Force
Why would you like to join the U.S. Forces, Armed Forces?
to protect this country.
Do you feel right now that the country is at risk?
You never know. I mean,
So let me ask you this question. How do you feel about all of the violence and killings in Baltimore City?
I feel that if people showed their kids home training and attention, it would never happen.
So you feel like parenting is one of the reasons why we have some of the violence?
Yes.
What can we do to fix this problem?
Get the belts out.
That's old school. They get the belts out. Now they don't allow parents to hit their kids. Let me ask you this question. What would you change if you could change anything in the world? What would you change?
Racism,
Why racism?
because it affects people's lives and scars them.
Your name?
Yasmin Witherspoon,
And what high school do you attend?
Lansdale High School.
So Yasmin, what do you think can be done to stop the violence in Baltimore?
I mean, first people gotta want to change. You can't just, I don't know, I feel like people have to want a change and then change will start happening, but people can't just say they want to change. They have to show that change.
So do you think that the youth need more things to do?
Yeah. I think the youth needs more mentorship because I feel like my life is going pretty good right now, but that's because I have a big support system. And that's the first key to being successful and being confident, because if nobody's there supporting you, how can you believe in yourself if nobody's there encouraging you? And it doesn't have to be parents, it could be teachers, counselors, it can be anybody. As long as you have a support system, that will help all of the youth in Baltimore.
So what advice would you give someone who's trying to turn their life around?
I would tell them to believe in themselves, because if you don't have confidence in yourself, you don't believe in yourself, then you can't accomplish anything.
Your name?
Cameron Briscoe,
Ms. Briscoe, what high school do you attend?
Milford Mill Academy.
And what do you want to do when you graduate?
When I graduate, I would like to go to college and double major in accounting and law.
Why do you think there's so much violence in Baltimore City?
I feel as though there's so much violence in Baltimore City because of people, they don't want to our community, our black community in society. We don't want to see each other succeed, but yet we don't want to see the white people succeed. So it causes conflict between the blacks and the whites. Because if they do something to hurt us, it's bad. But if we do something to hurt each other, it's okay. And it's not viewed as so bad.
What do you think we can do to change it?
I feel as though to change like the violence in Baltimore, I feel as though we should like come together as one and like unite, because we're not united, and like we should do things to make others like succeed and like make it better.
Do you think we need more programs like Upward Bound?
Yes, I feel as though we need more programs like Upward Bound, because children, like teens in Baltimore, they don't really like have anywhere to go. Like the school system is like not beneficial because people go there but don't want to learn. So the people that want to learn don't get a good education. So they need something like Upward Bound so they have a chance to get the good education so they can like succeed in life.
Thank you. Your name?
Marcus Jackson,
Marcus, what high school do you attend?
Lansdowne High School.
And when you graduate, what do you plan to do?
I plan to either be a professional athlete or work with computers.
What sports do you like?
I like baseball and football, stuff like that.
Okay, you like the Orioles?
Yeah.
What do you think about the violence in Baltimore City?
I think that the violence is all coming from like people not getting their education. Like if they had their education, people wouldn't be dropping out, and if there weren't people dropping out, less people would be going to jail and less people would be sitting on the corner. So if less people were sitting on the corner, got more people in college, less people in jail.
So what can we do to fix this problem?
Give them a better education. There's nothing more to it other than getting better teachers or like setting your mind to it.
Your name?
Tina Member,
And what high school do you attend?
Lansdowne High School.
What type of school would you consider Lansdowne?
I mean, it's good, but it's not the best. Like, it could be better.
Is there violence in Lansdowne?
Yes, there is.
Why do you feel there's violence in Lansdowne?
Because nobody ever wants to, like, talk and, like, work things out. Like, they just want to fight about it. They never just want to pull each other to the side and just talk their problems out and resolve them that way. They always want a crowd, and they always want to be, like, pumped up to fight, and that creates most of the violence.
Are you considering going to college when you graduate from Lansdowne?
Yes.
Have you looked at any colleges yet?
Yes, I looked at Johns Hopkins and Princeton.
Ivy League schools. Why Hopkins or Princeton?
Because I either want to be an engineer or a doctor, and they both provide that, so, yeah.
Thank you. Your name?
Talia Matthews,
And what high school do you attend?
Milford Mill Academy.
Milford Mill Academy. What do you want to do when you graduate?
When I graduate, I want to go to college. I want to major in nursing and minor in business.
You know, there's a lot of crime in Baltimore City right now. Why do you feel that is?
I think there's a lot of crime in Baltimore City because everybody wants attention. Everybody wants to be a part of something, and they think by fighting and going to jail, they're going to be known.
What do you think we can do to try to stop the violence?
To stop the violence, I think we should like have more programs to encourage kids in Baltimore City that they don't have to be like everybody else in the city. They don't have to gangbang. They don't have to do drugs. They just need to learn how to be themselves, and they don't need attention. Like they don't need attention to succeed. Everybody is successful in their own way.
Do you think education is the key?
Yes, I think education is the key because sometimes if you don't have education, then you won't know a lot of stuff, and some stuff will get you far in life.
What advice would you give struggling young teenagers out there?
I would give them to find somebody to talk to, and even if they can't do that, they can write it down. Like, just let it all go, because holding stuff in makes stuff hurt even more.
Your name?
Ryan Fuentes.
And where are you from?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but my parents are Mexican.
Okay, what high school do you attend?
I attend Baltimore Academy.
What do you think about the crime in Baltimore City?
I think it should stop, honestly. There's no reason to have crime. They don't earn anything from it. If they do, it gets taken away from them either way.
What advice would you give, anyone on trying to involve themselves in criminal activity?
It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your family. It doesn't help who you're doing it to. It should just stop, honestly. It just sets you back even more.
What are your plans when you graduate from Milford?
Go to college and double major in business and architecture.
Why architecture?
I don't know, honestly. It just seems interesting to me, and that's what I want to do.
How long have you been in Baltimore?
I've been in Baltimore for 13 years.
13 years. Thank you again. Your name?
Justina Fusi.
Need to speak up just a little bit louder. And what high school do you attend? Lansdowne High School. Are you from Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about the violence in Baltimore City? It's not acceptable. I mean, I totally agree. What advice would you give teenagers out there who are thinking about joining gangs or doing violent activities?
Don't do it because it's not worth it and you can end up getting hurt or killed.
Thank you.